off the Groovy bot. Well, no, I'll just speak over the Groovy bot. Actually, I want to praise Zeptimus for starting this awesome managing the YouTube version stuff so well. The Groovy bot is muted for Zeptimus, so he doesn't get to listen to the music. It's so sad, but that's the only way for YouTube to accept our videos. So thank you, Zeptimus, for troubleshooting that issue. I also, and of course, all your great transparency work. I want to praise Ivy, who's going to have, looks like we have a lot of people in this call already. Ivy's going to have to record a lot of praise. So major praise to Ivy for all the work she does behind the scenes. I also want to praise Nate, Lauren, and Mitch, and all the other content producers for all the work that they're doing, documenting what we're trying, and making it easier for everyone to understand what we're doing. That would be Eduardo as well, who's writing a piece. I want to praise Tamra for the incredible work she has been doing in the Hatcher Outreach group with the slide deck and all of these other pieces that are so critical for everyone and really like making it easy for us to do Hatcher Outreach. I definitely want to praise the Swiss membership team, especially Chris and Christopher and Merlin, who have really stepped up to finish the project, which is super cool. I also want to dish major praise to the Giveth team, specifically the team that's there right now, which is Mateo, James, Willie, Lauren, Ashley, Mitch, Danny, me, and oh man, I'm sure I'm missing some other people, but I think that's the core group. And major praise to them for a major milestone of getting out Giveth.io, which is really I love to say that Giveth is like for people right now, and Common Stack is the final solution, and then together we can make it. So anyway, that was way too long for my praise. I'll pass it to Zeptimus.
Thank you, Griff. Yeah, I also actually have a long praise too. So I first want to praise Jake and Santi for taking the audit, and yeah, they we schedule a call, and yeah, they take leadership on that. So thank you so much, guys. I also want to praise Ivy and YGG because even if we don't see, they are also working so hard on the YouTube channel. Ivy is doing the database and it's updated every week, and also doing recordings, and YGG is also doing recordings. I also wanna dish praise to Tam and Mitch for the reviewing on the transparency Medium post. I wanna dish praise to Jess because she reached to Sagram and made the interview, so the onboarding video is going to be cooler. I wanna dish praise to Juan for the offboarding document he just showed us some minutes ago. And yeah, always dishing praise to Libby because you're doing so much on the Gitbook and everything. Not only the Gitbook, the mission value, like, oh, thank you so much, Libby. And yeah, I stop here. I'll pass it to Juan.
Thanks, Septimus. I want to dish praise to Jessica because she's also like producing so much content. I want to dish praise to Libby because her energy and her work is just amazing. And I want to dish praise also to Griff because he is like such an inspiration for me, and I think that for all of us. And I want to dish praise to Santi, to Tam, to all the stewards. I want to dish praise to Metaverde and all the people from the meta game that was present in the presentation that I made yesterday in the MetaFest. And yeah, I think I can extend, but I will pass it to Tamara.
Hey, mine is going to be short and sweet this week. I want to praise Livia just for all of the, like, keeping us culture first, so important. Marco, just because you're everywhere all the time, and I love your energy. Christopher, Merlin, I mean, gosh, I think I'm forgetting somebody, for all those attention to detail and those small changes to the DApp, which are making it amazing. And I'd also like to just praise each of the community stewards, because we're all working so hard, and we have this like dream of what we want to see happen, and we're about to realize it. And praise all of us. And I will pass to Chewy if he hasn't already gone.
Oh, Chewy, we can't hear you. Maybe join and rejoin. Also, if you're new to the GroovyBot, you can lower the volume if it gets in the way, but most of us already have it, so it's just some fun background music.
Okay,
Chewy,
can you hear me there?
Looking there.
Okay, thank you, Tam. I'd like to dish praise to Juan, because he gave an amazing talk at MetaFest. I'd also like to dish praise Griff because of his talk about the common stack. I'd like to dish praise to Tam for setting up a meeting for next week. I'm excited about that. And I'd like to dish praise to Jake for just his energy and his enthusiasm towards the project. I think it's very inspiring, and it was just like a before and after for me, my onboarding session with him. So thanks for that, Jake. And yeah, thank all of you guys. I'd like to pass it to Santi.
Thank you, Chuy. I have a long list today. I'm gonna start with Sean for his incredible help on the legal working group. I'm also going for Griff for his donation on my Gitcoin grant and for his new role, the TEC DJ. I also wanna praise Santiago for the amazing job he's doing with the board on SourceCred, and Mateo for helping on that every week. I want to thank Jess for some contacts she gave me this week on the art arena. I want to thank Sam for jumping with me into this new project that we are launching on art. Livia for all her continued support. Zepti for running the audit this week on the legal working group with me. Adrian, that you may not know, but he started joining the legal working group. He's really busy lately, and he reached out just to say that he won't be able to join, but I appreciate everything that he's done and whatever he will be able to do in the future. And finally, Tam for her continuous help on the Gen Hub issues. I keep getting those emails every time she touches something on my issues. Thank you, and I'll pass it to Jake.
Okay, I'd like to praise everyone that contributed to the Gitcoin Grant Dashboard for DAOs that at least I know. Griff, Zargam, Jeff, Marco, Lauren, and Vitor. Thank you very, very much. And to all the other ones that contributed that are probably in our TEC. Anyways, I thank you very, very much. I'd also like to praise Christopher for his continuous work in getting things done. It's really nice to have that other kind of dev that can do those things. I'd like to really praise Marco, Tam, and Sim for I tried to turn a seed into a Disney character, and it just was a complete and utter disaster. We had a lot of fun trying to do it anyway. It was great. I'd also like to thank Chewy because it was one of my more enjoyable onboarding sessions. It really helped me too with just how great it is to do this. And with that, hey Jess, you get a dish praise now.
Okay, sorry, I was just going through the 70s songs to play for the GroovyBot. I want to praise Tamara for Hatcher Outreach and for just being a force, and Chewy, who I rarely interact with, but I just want to praise you, Chewy. I love your vibes. And also, Arch is here in the house. I want to praise you for being here. And also Kale Salad. Where did Kale Salad go? I wanted to praise Kale Salad for having an amazing name. Who else? I need to praise Mitch for doing an amazing job with content and communications, and Lauren as well. Eduardo and Vitor. I want to praise Vitor. I've been sharing your work and the crew's work on the dashboard, and Jake. People are really excited about it that I've been in some collaboration discussions with. Praise Juan for his amazing talk at MetaFest this week. Santi for spinning up the NFT DAO to help artists. And Soul Sister is joining us. Praise her, and Sean YGG. And I will pass it to Vitor. I came in a little late. Did you go yet?
Yeah, I did. Okay, I'm gonna praise Mitch and Lauren for their awesome work in the content in general. And Jake and Griff for the help with the dashboard and always managing everything. And the people involved in the Give It launch, and it was amazing, and everyone that donated for all the grants and the kind. And yeah, I'm gonna pass to Sean. It was already.
Thanks, Vitor. Yeah, I want to praise Jake for always hosting the Sunday hack session params, sometimes for like 7 hours, and sticking around and keeping the vibes really good. It's really fun. Like it's nice to see the productivity, but it's also just kind of a cool space where people can open up and chat about token engineering. So good vibes there. And thanks, Jake. And I want to praise Lauren for tips on regenerative medicine and healing my shoulder after I had a little bit of an accident. Magnesium for the joints and alkaline diets. So it's good. We all stay healthy. Very important. I want to praise Sebnum for moving forward and progress on Working Group Omega. It's something that I haven't quite dove into yet, but I feel like it's this treasure chest that's just accumulating value, and I can't wait to open it up and take a look at a lot of the progress that's been going on there. So yeah, thanks. Praise to everyone as well. I'll pass it over to Barch if Barch hasn't gone yet.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
I haven't. I'd like to praise and thank Tamara, Livia, Eduardo, and Jake and Sean, and everyone in this community for a very warm welcome. It's a pleasure to being a part of join you. Thanks to everyone. I pass it to who hasn't Soul Sister.
Hey. So first of all, praise to all of you and to the person who had the idea with starting it with music. It was such a cool surprise coming in and getting into the group. I'm a bit lost with my praises, so I will catch up, but I want to praise specifically Letty and Michal, who are, these typical token engineers who actually have no time, but they did make time and actually come into the Omega working group hack session to really hack out the questions and help with that. So big praise goes to them. And yes, Ig, you have to join. So also dishing praise to Durga Das for actually prepping content for an initiative in working group Omega, and now I'm going to just groove. And I pass it on to Eduardo.
Hello, everyone. I wanna dish praise to David, to Sam, for meeting today personally. That was quite a surprise. I wanna dish praise to Stepnem for the onboarding session and praise to Livy and Ivy also and Jake for helping in the Hatch outreach. I want to dish praise to Tam for helping with the Hatch outreach sessions. I want to dish praise Jake for his good humor in every call. And I want to dish praise to Levy also for these small messages we always send to each other privately. I think it's really nice to have someone paying attention and caring for each other. And lastly, I want to dish praise to Septimus, because until last week I didn't realize how much time and effort was into recording. And I encourage everyone here, if you want to be part of the community and record, join. And that's it. I will pass it on to Libby if Libby hasn't gone.
Thanks. I want to dish praise to Katie for joining us with a super fresh anthropological curiosity. And I want to dish praise to Christopher for taking the GitHub template to work on this week and for doing it so quick. Praise to Jake and Wesley for setting the token log up. Praise to Zeptimus and Griff and Juan and Nate and Tam for also offering feedback to the mission, vision, and value session that we'll have soon. I praise to Santiago Mateo for continuing to rock with SourceCred. We're getting to a really interesting place with it. I also want to praise Optimus, Ivy, and YGG for continuing to record all the calls, especially Optimus, who records most of the calls. And it's a lot, and you do it with so much grace. And I want to praise Viv for working on the roles on Discord and for going far and beyond and being very receptive to ideas and very quick to work on it. I want to praise Tam for having such a generous look at the community all the time. Praise Juan for the humility and the care work he carries, and for the MetaFest talk he had. Also praise Nate for being continuous questioning and having like an inquiry to our processes all the time. I want to praise Jess for her warm support this week. It was very important to me. And praise YGG for holding the ground of the labs. I always point people to it. It's amazing to have this place to send people to, and I wish I could come more often. And I'll pass to Nate.
Yeah, I'd first off like to say give a praise to Barch for just getting involved and listening into all these calls and finding your place here in the community. Livy done an amazing job with the Git book. Can't say enough about it. It's really chipping away at it and it's coming to this beautiful form. Zep and Ivy for the transparency group stuff that you guys are working on. Zep, the YouTube channel, of course. Ivy, all the social media. It's a fantastic, not an easy job. You guys do an amazing job every time. Santi and Mateo for the source cred, like laying the foundations for source cred is amazing. I want to give you praise for that. Tam, praise you for literally everything. You are insane, foundation for the TEC, and I don't know what we'd be without you. Like it's awesome. Juan, amazing MetaFest talk. Tremendous. It was great. Marco, and I just want to say praise to Marco for guiding comms as Jess is redefining her role, and to Mitch as well for valuable feedback within the communications process as well and getting involved in the comms. And with that, I will pass it to who hasn't gone. Let's see, Eduardo. How about Dan?
Oh
no.
yeah, I can go. You caught me off guard. I miss these calls, by the way, really a lot. it's very fun and very very warm to simply listen to you guys. Most of you don't know me. I know everybody here because I go through. I'm going through the assessment of the Trusted Seed application, so I know everybody of you and why you're here. Like, oh my God, yeah, I want to contribute to the commons and do this and wow. And anyway, so it's beautiful just to see your faces, and that's amazing. I'll keep it short. Because I want to praise, and I know who did it now. I want to praise the guy who went through the audit of the impact hours. Like I know it's Septimus Santi, and probably missing maybe was Jake. So that's great. There's something fun coming from the Commons Stack side, and that was very helpful. And I want to praise as well the team that was behind the website. Man, like just interacting with Marco a lot, and Christopher and Rosa. Just setting up basically the CRM for the TECs there. Thanks to them, I just did some stuff. I'm happy to just pass the torch to Crate at some point. So yeah, very happy to just be back in one of these calls, and I pass it to Christopher. Go, man. Take it away.
Thank you. I'd like to praise Marco for doing great designs and being just dedicated and taking time off his, I guess, rather busy schedule and replying to my 1,000 questions and stuff like that. And to Merlin for his dedication with fixing all these small details that needs to be fixed in that Swiss app and everything. Tam for being like a real center of gravity for this everything, and I guess to Griff as well for just like the ability to move effortlessly from long-term strategy to UX details in no time, and in between being everywhere always. And that's it for me. I'll pass to who hasn't gone. Has Mitch gone?
Mitch, we can't hear you. No, we can't hear you.
How about now?
Yeah, now it's great.
Okay, push to talk. I have a short list of praise I'd like to give. First of all, Vitor and Fabio for working hard on the dashboard. Eduardo for onboarding me as a hatcher this morning. Very cool. And Nate for really nailing down the content process Zen Hub. And with that, I'll pass it to Lauren.
Hi. I'd like to praise Griff for awesome feedback on my conviction voting post, which I will post soon. And I want to praise Mitch for having such a passion for making things digestible and understandable. And I want to praise Jake, Griff, and Vitor for helping me get oriented and params in the dashboard. And Wonka for his awesome Metafest talk. And I will pass it to maybe Craig.
Craig, are you here? I don't see you anymore. Wow, you guys are doing so good at passing. I feel almost useless. Like I don't even know how. I want to say we almost got all the way through. Let's see. Fancy Town, Vitor, YGG. Did you go? Let me see.
Yep.
Yeah. Wow, that was it. We made it all the way through. Did anyone not get to give praise? That is a miracle. I want to praise all of you for somehow navigating this entire maze of praise. This has never been done. That has never been done. Congratulations. And then the exclamation mark is Lauren calling out Craig, who wasn't even on.
It's the music, I'm telling you. We're all in the flow.
No, we're going to have music every time now. Okay, well, there's one more important praise that has to be given, and that's to Chewy. Chewy had a birthday this week, and I don't know everyone's birthdays, but if we find out, we have to sing to you in a very awkward way over the calls. So We found out about Chewy's birthday, so here we go. Please unmute and maybe turn off the music because we're going to make our own if someone can. And so unmute your mics and let's start singing. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Yay! Wow. Yes, it gets better and better every time, right?
One last praise. I think it's Jess
Thank
who
you.
dropped this.
That
Is it Jess?
that was unforgettable.
Jess, is it you that dropped this in the agenda?
Yes.
Which one?
Last praise to Jess.
Chewy?
The picture.
Griff dropped. I slung it in there for Griff. Threw it in. It was a team effort.
Yeah, but that hat deserves extra praise. Nice work. Okay, so back to the normal scheduled program. Welcome to the new TEC Discord. Make sure that, a lot of you guys got onboarded into the Discord manually because our onboarding process has been a little tough. Please, if you haven't, go to the start, just check the start here room and make sure that you click that checkbox. It's really important for us that everyone has clicked the checkbox so that we can say, hey, you're breaking our rules. You knew about the rules, you signed them. So it's just like a process thing for us. So if you haven't, check out that start here room. And if you onboard someone and you need them into a call, go ahead, give them the role that they need, but ask them to go back to the start here and click that checkbox for us. It's kind of important. Anyway, as you saw, we have the Groovy Bot, we have the Praise channel, we have bridges to other rooms. Enjoy the Discord and enjoy this call. I'll be facilitating, Wonka will be moderating, and as always, I want to remind you guys that we have this awesome monitoring service, this opportunity for us to be all of us be aware of if something weird is happening in the relational fabric of our community. There's this great form that you can fill out. It's right here, and it's really short and really simple. And Juan Carlos is always looking at it along with the other gravitons, or not all the gravitons. It's generally considered anonymous. You can post it anonymously. And just tell us if there's something we can improve within the community, especially related to how people's relationships are. Thank you all for the praise. That was an amazing praise round. We're doing most of our praise in Discord, but it's still really nice if you haven't already joined the Telegram channel. It's really nice to have you in there. It makes our lives easier when we want to just praise in Telegram. And if you want to know the happenings, the TE community calendar is a must-have on your Google Calendar. There's a lot going on, and this is where we keep track of it all. And especially in these days of time zone uncertainty, the TE community calendar is the final arbitrator of what time a meeting is. So it's really valuable this week because now Europe is shifting hours, and Tam and I actually went through and tried to make sure that there weren't any conflicts, because there were. So jump in there and check out the new schedule. Thank you all for coming. If you want to, this call is generally for a big overview of what's going on in the TEC. But if you want to know the details, we've had a Zen Hub revolution. You can click this link right here and you can see all of the action in Zen Hub. And you can check out where we are in this Miro board that stays up to date. And it stays up to date because of all of Tamara's hard work. Tamara, do you want to take over and tell us about the Community Stewards Working Group?
Yes, I do. I do want to. I'm going to keep it pretty short today because, as I say every week, all the action happens in the other working groups. And our working group is just to keep us all coordinated and share our perceptions, and observations about the community. So we're in sprint 6, which we're calling freeze. And I'll let everyone guess why, but at the next community call, we'll announce success or retrying. I want to say that we can't have a hatch without hatchers. So our biggest effort right now is reaching out to hatchers. We have 256,000 in soft commitments already, which is fantastic. And we have a very active 9-person team now. So week by week, we're making a lot of progress, and it feels really, really great to be able to talk to people and talk to them about the TEC hatch and talk to them about the TEC. I have a retrospective reminder, which is we are asking people to volunteer to record meetings in the Transparency Working Group. So it's a great way to learn about different working groups by participating every week and volunteering to be the recorder for that meeting. And our big news is we have a new steward this week. So congratulations to Nate. Nate has joined the community stewards, and we're very, very fortunate to have him with us. And with that, I will pass to legal group and Santi.
Thank you, Tam. And I also want to congratulate Nate for joining the group. All right, here at Legal, we have started working on the proposals terms. We are ahead of time, and we are already done with the hatching documents terms, and we're working on those that will basically guide the relationship that we will have with the groups proposing for us to give them grants. We've also integrated the hatching terms that we've been working on the past weeks on the Gitbook. And we are starting discussions also on the terms that will guide the praise and source credit distributions once we pass the hatching phase. We meet Fridays, 4 p.m. Central European Time here on Discord. You're more than welcome to join us. It's getting more and more fun every week. And I'll pass it to Juan Carlos on the Gravity group.
Thanks, Santi. Well, in Gravity, it was amazing that yesterday we could present our initiative to other community, and that we are receiving good responses from that. Also, we have our community working group calls after these community calls, and we are always updating the type form and reviewing it, so everyone feel free to fill it. And the new thing that I want to present is this new offboarding process that is an idea for us to ease our rotation and our transition of work, because we know that from time to time we have to take time off for other priorities. So we want to make this process as smooth as possible. And with that, I will pass to Hatch Outreach.
Thank you, Juan. I hear myself. No, okay, now. So in Hatch Outreach, as Tamara mentioned, is one of the priorities to start onboarding hatchers to make the hatch possible. So we are having a momentum now, and we are onboarding people of our community, people who are talking engineers, people who are also part of our ecosystem, and people who show interest or are recommended by someone. So if you know anyone that may be interested on being a hatcher, reach out to me or to Tam, and we will be more than happy to take it from there. We have 3 calls. We have 1 call, which is a weekly sync that happens every Wednesday, 6 p.m. CET, just in case if you want to know more about the Hatch Outreach Working Group. And then we have AMA call. 1 AMA call is for onboarding new people to our community, and we have a second call, which happens today at 1 p.m., which is a call for onboarding you or helping you or guiding you through any question or the process of the hatch. Maybe you're new to your community, maybe you are in the community, but you want to know what is this thing called the hatch. You can join us every Thursday, 1 p.m. CET. It's a little bit early probably for PST, but if you still want to know, you can just reach out to any of us and then we will walk you through it. So we have some pieces of also of content that will come soon that we have worked with comms. Thanks to Mitch, Nate, and everyone who has contributed to these pieces. And we are working on that. So looking forward for you and everyone else to take a look at these pieces, and hopefully they will help you to understand more about this. So besides that, I will pass it up to Libby for SoftGov.
Thanks, Adu. Yeah, very exciting news today. We have a new contributor starting this week. Her name is Katie. Tam and I onboarded her today. So she's going to be taking an onboarding coordinator role. We've been talking for a long time about how to make the onboarding process better. And I think we're finally getting to an interesting place. So she will be helping us with that, mostly matching new members and their skills and what they're passionate about with the opportunities we have open for people to contribute. So we opened last week this incubator chat. It's been working well. We have new people joining. And also a new feature that Vivi is implementing is a new member role. So every time someone joins Discord, you receive automatically this new member role, and we'll be checking this list every week and contacting new members, so that will be easy to keep track of everyone who's joining and help in the best way possible. And another exciting process is the mission, vision, and values token log session that is going to happen next week. So if you click there, you can see the forum post, and there's a TLDR. You can read a little bit more of context of why we're doing this, where are we coming from, and why do we want to iterate this with the new members, mostly the hatchers, that should have a say on what is our mission, our vision, and our values. And most of you guys that are here have impact hour tokens and a C-stack score, so you can participate in the voting in the token log. This whole week, from today until next Friday, will be open for submissions, and we'll explain better about this. We'll talk more in depth, but you can create a proposal in, well, maybe today is a bit precipitated. We need to create a few submissions to be there as an example. So it will be really easy for everyone to just jump in and propose what is their mission, vision, and value statements. And then hopefully by next weekend, we can have it decided, so we are coherent on the direction we're moving forward. And I also want to talk about the SourceGrad implementation. So in the last SoftGov call, Santi and Matteo presented this dashboard that shows the top 5 contributions of in a period of time. So you can see all of those colorful lines and the graphs showing how the contributions are moving. And this is offering a lot of key data insights for us on how are we using the tools, how are we promoting the tools, what is being used the most. So far, the forum is being used more than GitHub, and we are only taking those 2 sources to measure participation and contribution. So yeah, jump on GitHub, and soon we'll understand. The committee will join, we'll get together, and we'll decide how much is going to be distributed and in what type of token. Yeah, that's it for me, and I'll pass to Zaptimus with transparency.
Thank you, Libby. On transparency, we didn't deliver this week yet, but tomorrow probably we will have the transparency blog post posted. Thank you again, Tam and Mitch, for the reviewing. Also, we did the audit from legal and Params. Also, it's going to be posted probably next week on the forum. So, yeah, make sure to check it out there and give advice process. And yeah, that's what the most thing we were working this week. And I'll pass it to Sebnem with Working Group Omega.
Hello. Okay, I updated somewhere a doc, but obviously this wasn't it. But it's okay. It's nothing new. If you click on the Omega Vega proposal at the end, just quickly, we have the community survey questions sorted. The first round, I think it's really good questions to and questions with hypotheses behind to figure out the diversity of our community, of the token engineering community, because that's what we pride ourselves with, that we have such diverse backgrounds and we have a bet going how diverse that is. Yeah, and basically, yes. And another idea that I think is coming well together is basically to somehow propose these initiatives that are in the works through this working group, considering the same things that we're asking in the questions, namely with respect to diversity and ethics in token engineering, and basically tell the survey participants that they will be invited to those special sessions or will be, notified or something. And I think that's a nice connection to actually get the people who are interested in the diversity and ethics with our two TE philosophers / gurus, Durgedas and Fabian, who really rock this space in my view, but I know that many of you also have experienced it and have participated also in the Graviton session. No, Durgedas. Fabian basically downloaded the interface to token engineering to moral philosophy for token engineers, which Jess and I are still unpacking and translating. So these will be, I think, the initiatives that this working group and the people interested in the ethics of token engineering will enjoy and will help us to form them together. Yeah, that's basically it. The next time we meet, we had the hack session yesterday, and next Wednesday, we do have this normal working group session. And hopefully by then we have the questions sent out. And we will also ask for all of your help to really spread this community survey as far as possible to people who are in token engineering projects, especially. Yeah. This is not yet cleaned up, but you can look into, if you want, check them out. But I'll make sure to ping everyone in every channel. And Livia will hopefully help because she's super well connected and experienced with the surveys already. Okay, then I'll pass it on to, please help, yes, to Jessica with the communications working group.
Everybody, I'm kind of catching up as I've been heavily involved in supporting the Gitcoin grants round for the ecosystem, but I will share the latest things and then, Marco is on the call. Well, I'll present a couple of things and then Marco, if you want to add, why is my screen so tiny? So yeah, I guess the biggest thing is that Gitcoin grants round 9, today is the last day. So if you're like me, and you waited to the last minute, I finally was able to do my donations the other day, and I realized I missed a few really of my favorite grants. So,
Jess, I don't see your screen. Does anyone else see your screen? No. Okay, cool.
Oh, thanks for sharing. I'll try to reshare again. Okay, can you see now?
Yes.
Can you see? Okay, great. So yes, today is the last day to donate to Gitcoin Grants Round 9. This is one of the better, I guess, lists or threads. We have a few carts circulating. If you want to check out Common Stack Twitter, Olivia made a really great cart with all of our community grants. Griff's cart has like 150 grants in it, so we can share our favorite carts for those who haven't had a chance to donate yet. Today's the last day, so get those in and donate in Pan if you can to the Panvala League, which is supporting 15 of our community grants for Common Stack, including the Token Engineering Commons. And then if you haven't seen as well the latest news piece that Craig wrote, if you're just coming to the meeting and trying to catch up on what's going on, you can check out this Medium post, the TEC Presents Dashboards, Gitbooks, Grants, and Festivals. Especially the Gitbook is fantastic. Olivia and a bunch of people have been working on that, and it's a super great resource for us and to share with people if anyone's asking about the TEC, what do we do? So check that out. And yes, meme party tomorrow. Griff, what time can people join you for the meme party?
Meme party got moved to 4 p.m., although the Common Stack one starts at 3:32, I think. Let me see. Let me just double check.
Is that now in the Common Stack Discord, or was it staying in TEC Discord?
You know, I'm so confused with calendars right now that I have no idea. But the Google Calendar, the TE Commons is let's see. So it's in the TEC General Voice channel at 3 p.m. Ecuador time, 3 p.m. Central US time. Whatever that time is for you guys. Well, let's see. I think it's 9 p.m. in Europe. And the Common Stack meme party will start before that, half an hour before that in the Common Stack voice channel.
Okay, awesome. So yeah, if you want to get involved and jump in and have a Friday fun with Griff, and I'm going to go tomorrow because I didn't get to make the last one to make memes. Jump in. Twitter calendar is always open for submissions if you have anything that you want to be shared from the TEC Twitter. And then we also are focused on, everybody just activating the Trusted Seed, or if you have people who are interested and want to co-best with us in the hatch, now is the time. Member.commonstack.foundation. And Marco, did you have anything you wanted to add to the communications lineup before we pass it on?
No, just maybe to emphasize that we're actively looking for guest blog submissions, writers. So if you know someone or you would like to write for us, please come to us. That's all.
Cool. Well, then let's pass it to Jake for the TEC params, and I'll take on Common Swarm.
I have nothing to report except that we meet on Wednesdays. Sundays is the best day for us. It is absolutely a blast. Like YGG said in the very beginning, sometimes they go for hours on end, but it is a party. We are the best thing going. Other than that, the dashboard is being presented today, and it was very exciting, and I just want to get to that. So go ahead, Griff.
Sweet. So then for the Common Swarm, we have some good movement. We're really close. All of the tests are finalized. We're doing a last round of just double checking with our auditor, Audria. And Sam and Audrey are co-located at the Giveth home right now in Barcelona. So they're hacking on it on a daily basis for hours to get to the point where Audria feels comfortable with starting the review. And once that hatch freeze is going, then we have about 5 weeks to the hatch is the general idea. So get ready, guys. It's probably going to happen next week, if not this weekend, for the hatch freeze. And we'll have a demo for you once that happens, so that we can all start playing with the hatch and even use the awesome dashboard that Vitor and company have created to actually design the test hatch DAO. So that will be really fun, hopefully next week. But I think that's about it. So with no further ado, let's pass it to Vitor so he can tell us about the hatch design dashboard.
Okay, hey everyone, and the idea is to show the dashboard. Like, I'm going to try to set up some parameters here, and then we're going to try to vote on token log to try to show the whole process. I'm going to share my screen.
Sure, and let me just intro a little bit. One thing that's really cool that's evolved out of this is, for us, this Hatch dashboard is just phase one, right? It's whatever, it's just means to an end. We want to have the upgrade. But honestly, this Hatch dashboard is probably the coolest way to design and the only way I know of, for a community to come together and design their own fundraise for their own DAO. And that in itself is a really cool product. So the dashboard, in combination with this hatch freeze that the Common Swarm has done, is hopefully going to become its own product that we release to the community to enjoy, so that anyone can create an aligned incentives with the team that creates the DAO, along with the community that is going to fund the DAO. And it's a really cool process. And now, but for us, it's just phase one. But it's pretty cool, and so I'm pretty excited for Vitor to show it off.
Yeah, me too. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. So basically, we have some introduction, and then the initial part. The whole idea is that you can have many sliders here, and you can basically set up all the parameters for the hatch. And then we have some data that you can keep trying to play with it and check how it's going. And this first thing is just like an expectation, how many impact hours are we gonna have? But it's static. And the good part is here. So this is like, this first part is the impact hour rate. So it's basically how much you receive for each impact hour that you have. And it depends on the total raise. So if you raise more money, you're gonna be paid more for each impact hour that you have. And then here is like the percentage that people can. If people don't like the commons and the investor, they can take out, like taking this out, and then this is the percentage that goes to the people with impact hours. And then for this set of parameters, we have all of these settings, and let's try to build one. And I think Tam said that we have like already 250,000 like for soft commit, and then we can define at least like what's the minimum goal. So how much do we need at least for the commons work? So I'm gonna put like around, let me see, around like 5 million just for fun. And then the target could be like, the target is like, what do you really expect to happen? So we can put like, let's say 20 million. And then if I change this, it doesn't happen anything. I just need to click run simulation, and then it updates here. So basically this red is the minimum. And if we don't raise like these 5 million, the hatch doesn't happen. And then the target is what we expect. So, and then we are capped in 50 million. So yeah. And then if we don't receive minimum, like everything is redeemable. And then this impact hour slope is basically the curve. And then you guys can look at the hatch specs to see exactly all of the parameters. And then I'm gonna say that I want, for example, the maximum that I want to be the maximum possible that you're gonna receive for one impact hour be like 1,000 wrapped XDAI. And then this is basically how much you can put of wrapped XDAI compared to your common stack tokens. And then I wanted the hatch period to be more time, like 20 days. And then minting period be minting rate be less. So this is basically how much the token really values compared to XDAI. And I want the hatch rate would be higher because I think people want to need more like ownership. And then after I change these, I click here, and then the magic happens under the hood, and then all the parameters change here. And then I have all my charts, and here we have like a minimum, target, maximum raise for like the outputs for everything. Oh, and this is a cool one because in here we can see like how many impact hours each person has, and then how much will they receive in the minimum, the target, and the maximum. So you can see yourself and see how we would receive in each tire. And then in here we have just a pie chart, like, oh, how much is going to be to the cultural tribute, to the redeemable, and then to the hash tribute. And this is for target and max raise. And then like if I increase just the target, for example, and I run, my target, like the radius will increase. And this is for the hatch itself, and then for the impact hours and the hatch, and then we have dandelion voting for one of the proposals, and it's kind of similar because the green part is like in here you have like total votes, and then the percentage that needs to be yes. So in support required is the percentage that needs to be yes to win. So if I put like 80%, that if 50% of people vote, so I need 80% of 50%. To get, and the minimum quorum is the minimum number of votes to vote be passed. So if I run the simulation, basically, like this is the green is the only area that I can pass my proposal, and then like even if I have 100% of votes, but having only 20%, less than 20% of people voting, I cannot pass because I need a minimum quorum. So I have many other things here, like how many days we're gonna vote. The buffer between proposals can be like 10 hours, and then we can have like 10 hours for rage quit. And this is like how much each person have to pay for create a proposal. And since we're raising a lot of money, we can put more here, so people stake more, like 3,000. And then after I run it and I check everything and I look that I like what I have to go back and click see our results, and then here we do some magic under the hood. And then in here, I have all the parameters. So if anyone gets all of these, they can kind of rerun all of that you have. And then you have a link here that you can click, and you're going to see everything as it is right now. But since you have this right now, you are ready for export these for voting. So you can add here comments like this is the best proposal, for example. And then I can click again just to compile these as well. Then you're going to see here. And then I can see my results in the GitHub. And then what happens is that everything that I had in there passes automatically. So that this table goes to here. So I can see everything here. So if someone gets all the data, it works there. And then here we have some text explanation, like how much it costs to make a proposal, how many days going to vote, and etc. And then in here we have all the charts. This is really nice, and you can even click on them and see better them, and then you can analyze, etc. And then if you go here, you can even see like race scenarios, and this is standardized. So everyone's going to have the same theories for race scenarios, and you can see that if you have, in this you have a label for minimum, target, and max. And if you have less than the minimum, like it's not going to happen, and you cannot have more than your max, and then you can see the scenarios based on this. And the idea for this being standardized is that you can compare everyone's proposal. But okay, I see everything is clear now, and I can add just my name, like Victor, for example. And then after I like it, I can just submit the issue, and I just created one issue in the GitHub. But then if I go to token log and I just refresh it, then my proposal is here now, but it has 0 votes. And like the best is like has 8 votes, and I want to get the best one. I'm going to pass at least Jake, and then I'm going to vote a lot on my proposal because I think it's the best. And then I'm going to vote. And yeah, just a second. And then I have to refresh again, but then I'm in first. And then you guys can enter in token log, find token log hatch params, and vote on all those proposals. So this is the whole process for voting. And yeah, I think this is the whole idea. And this should work for like doing the test hatch and the hatch itself. And then this could work for the commons upgrade as well. And the whole idea is that you can have this in the most simplified way, and that people can see each other parameters and try to copy and try to have the discussion about it without needing to have any kind of technical background, and we're trying to end the technocracy. So I think that's the whole process and the idea. Yeah, I don't know if anyone has any question about it.
Well, we're at the top of the hour, but so Vitor, amazing work at ending the crypto technocracy. We are probably going to be ready to actually start this process next week. This is, or if not right now, if you want to be hot to try it. But there'll be more posts and more more guides this week. So get ready, guys. The hatch is real, and you get to design it. So enjoy. Sorry, Jake.
Well, I was just going to jump in at the end. If this product works, my DMs are open.
Thank you, Jake. Yeah, as Jake said, if you need any help with this, the feedback is really welcome. Also, we'd really appreciate if you do start playing around, make some issues, tell us about it. Tell Vitor or Jake or me or Fabio. Just send us some screenshots and tell us how you think we can improve. This is the first time this has been done, so we really appreciate the feedback. It will happen for a lot of commons going in the future, so if we catch these issues early, it'll pay off a lot. Thank you all for coming, and I believe we have a Graviton meeting right after this, right, Juan?
Yes.